All right, we just finished up Math Journal page 9. So now we're going to look at lesson 1.5 in your Go Math book. It's on page 37. So go ahead and rip out page 37. We're going to write some numbers in different ways. So have your Math Journal open and handy. You will need it. Okay, for page 9. Have page 9 open and ready. So first off, we're going to write the number, and we're going to write our numbers in standard form in these boxes. It says at the bottom next to the apple, Taryn counted 53 books on the table. So we're going to put a 53 in here. Then we're going to put a 78 in here, a 35 here, and a 40 here. Now look at our 53. How do you think they want us to write it? They've given us this chart to use. So which form fits with this chart that we put in our journal? And that's the tens and ones form. So they want us to write this in tens and ones. So I'm going to write 5 tens, 3 ones. Here, they've given us an empty addition number sentence. So how do they want us to write 78? Well, I don't think it's in word form or tens and ones. They didn't give us this chart. I think they want us to write it in expanded form. That's where we write the values with an addition sentence, on addition number sentence with the plus signs between them. So we're going to write this in expanded form. And I want you to write down expanded. So if we're writing the values, this 7 is going to be 70, and that 8 is going to go here and stay 8. Okay? If we look at 35, they've given us another addition number sentence. So we're also going to write this in expanded form, which is going to be 30 plus 5. And finally, we have 40, and they've given us this tens and ones chart. So we're going to write it in tens and ones. We have 4 tens and 0 ones. Here it says, in 44, do both digits have the same value? No, they don't. The 10 spot has a value of 40. 4 tens is equal to 40. They don't have the same value. Finish page 37. Hit pause if you need to. Then turn your paper over. On the back, we have model and draw, and it shows how to spell all the different words. Now, one thing to remember is that whenever you're writing 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something, 60-something, 70-something, 80-something, or 90-something, you're going to put a dash after it. So use your pencil and just draw a little cloud around those numbers, because after these numbers you have to write a dash to finish the word when you write one of these. So for example, we have 59. Here's 50 dash 9. Or if we had 23, we'd write 20 dash 3. If we had 89, we'd write 80 dash 9. So not with the 10, but whenever we're adding a number onto one of these, we always use a dash. We talked about the different forms of a number earlier. So what form is this in? 59. This is in word form. Okay. I'm going to write word next to it. Here we have 5 tens and 9 ones. What form is that? That's tens and ones form. Here we have 50 plus 9. What form is this? This is expanded form. I'm just going to write this tiny. This is expanded form. And finally, we just have the number 59. And this is in standard form. Okay. You're going to pick one of these examples and write these in a different way. The only form you're not going to use today is block form. Okay? We did block form here, but we're not going to use that today. We will use it later. First off, they've given us 32. And we need to write 32 in a different way. Now, they've just given us a line. They haven't given us a tens and ones chart. They haven't given us an empty addition number sentence. When I have a tens and ones chart, I know I'm going to be writing the number in tens and ones. If I have an empty addition chart, I know I'm going to be writing the number in expanded form. This is already in word form here, so there's really only one way left that I can write it. It's already in word form. I don't have a tens and ones chart to write it in. I don't have an addition number sentence to write it in expanded form, so it must be standard form. So I'm going to write, well, not 59. This is 32. In standard form. I'm going to write standard after this, and you do the same. Okay. Here, 20 plus 7, this is written in expanded form. Now, if we just have a line, we know that we have to write it in word form or standard form. I don't have a tens and ones chart. So if it's just a line, I have to write it in word form or standard form. Let's write this one in word form. 20-7. Okay. For number 3, I have a tens and ones chart. So I know I'm just going to write this as tens and ones. On number 4, I have an empty addition number sentence. So I'm going to write this in expanded form because I have the addition number sentence. Here, this is written as tens and ones. I can't write this in expanded form, and I can't write it as tens and ones. So I'm going to have to write it in word form or standard form. So the same with the rest of these. Hopefully that makes sense. Finish up page 38 and set it aside for just a minute. Look at page 39. Make sure your name is at the top. Number 9 is in tens and ones. I need to either write it in word form or standard form? You choose. Write it in word form or standard form. Number 10, 30, is in word form. They want me to write it in tens and ones. I know that because they've given me the chart. 85 is in word form. I'm going to need to write it in standard form because I don't have a chart and I don't have an addition number sentence. So number 11, you're putting in standard form. Number 12 is going to be in expanded form. I know that because I have an empty addition number sentence. So I'm going to write expanded underneath it. Okay. Hit pause if you need to finish those. Okay. Now we're going to look at 13. It says Lee has a favorite number. The number has the digit 3 in the ones place and the digit 9 in the tens place. What is another way to write this number? Okay. So let's make a little chart here. Here's my ones, here's my tens. And if he has a 3 in the ones place and a 9, so 3 in the ones and a 9 in the tens, my number is 93. This is in standard form, but pick another way to write 93 down here. Okay. Let's look at 14. Again, let's do 2 lines. One for the ones spot and one for the tens. Dan's number has a digit greater than 5 in the ones place. So the digit that is here has to be bigger than 5. So this has to be 6 or higher. Dan's number has a digit greater than 5 in the ones place and a digit less than 5 in the tens place. So in the tens place, okay, it has to be less than 5, so it can't be 5. So it's got to be 4 or under. So you've got to decide what number would fit here and then write it a different way. Okay. Watch the math on the spot video. Okay. But here it says fill in the blanks to make the sentence true. 67 is in word form, and you need to write it in tens and ones. On 16, you need to make up your own. How many ones do you want to put in here? You could put in no ones, or 0 or 1 1 or 2 ones, or probably 1 ones wouldn't work because it's plural. So maybe you could do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. You get to choose what you want to put in there. So we can pretend, well, let's put in 5. And then you need to write that in expanded form. Right here. 4 tens, 5 ones. Put it in expanded form. Now here, you've got to decide what digit you want to put in here. 0 through 9. Okay? So you can put in 0 through 9 in there. You can put in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So you could put in a 7 if you wanted to. And then you're going to write this in word form. Okay? Hit pause if you need to finish that up. The back is pretty simple. Just make sure you color these correctly. Don't color them across, color them in pairs. And make sure to draw a quick picture for these. Don't forget to draw your picture. Okay. See you later.